Masjid al-Haram is the holiest place in Islam and is located in the city of Makkah, Saudi Arabia. It is called al-Haram because Allah has made this area sacred, where fighting, injustice, and harm are forbidden. At the center of Masjid al-Haram stands the Kaaba, the house of Allah, and the direction, Qibla, for all Muslims during prayer. No other place on earth holds greater spiritual value for Muslims. Every year, millions of people from different countries, languages, and cultures gather here to worship Allah together. According to Islamic belief, the Kaaba was first built by Prophet Adam, peace be upon him. Allah instructed him to build a house for worship on earth, similar to the house of worship in the heavens. Angels helped guide him to the sacred location. This made the Kaaba the first place on earth dedicated to worshiping Allah alone. Over thousands of years, natural disasters such as floods caused this early structure to weaken and disappear, but the holy location remained known to Allah. Many generations later, Allah commanded Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, to rebuild the Kaaba. He brought his son, Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him, to help him. Together they raised the walls of the Kaaba using simple stones. As Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, built higher, he stood on a stone that is now known as Maqam Ibrahim. While building, both father and son prayed to Allah to accept their work. This rebuilding restored the Kaaba as the center of true worship. Before rebuilding the Kaaba, Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, left his wife Hajra, may Allah be pleased with her, and baby son Ismail, peace be upon him, in the empty valley of Makkah by Allah's command. When their water ran out, Hajra ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa searching for help. Allah rewarded her patience and trust by causing the Zamzam well to spring forth near Ismail's feet. This miracle brought life to Makkah and made it a place where people could settle. The well of Zamzam still flows today inside Masjid al-Haram. After rebuilding the Kaaba, Allah commanded Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, to call humanity to visit the Kaaba for pilgrimage. Though Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, wondered how people would hear him, Allah promised to deliver the message. People from far lands began coming to Makkah. This marked the beginning of Hajj, which continues until today as one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Over time, people forgot the true message of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Idol worship spread, and more than 360 idols were placed inside and around the Kaaba. Although Masjid al-Haram was still respected, people worshipped idols, made false rituals, and committed injustice. The Kaaba, built for Allah alone, lost its true purpose during this period. Near the Kaaba, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in Makkah in 570 CE. From a young age, he was known as honest and trustworthy. He disliked idol worship and never bowed to idols. He often reflected deeply about the purpose of life and spent time in worship near the sacred area. Before Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received revelation, the Kaaba was damaged by flooding. The Quraysh rebuilt it, but argued over who would place the black stone, Hajar al-Aswad. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, solved the dispute wisely by placing the stone on a cloth and allowing all tribal leaders to lift it together. This event showed his wisdom and leadership even before prophethood. In 610 CE, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received the first revelation of the Quran. He began calling people to worship Allah alone and abandon idols. This message directly challenged the practices centered around Masjid al-Haram. The leaders of Makkah opposed him strongly, and Muslims faced persecution, torture, and hardship. Due to severe persecution, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions migrated to Medina in 622 CE. For several years, Muslims were unable to worship freely at Masjid al-Haram. Their hearts remained deeply connected to the Kaaba, and they longed to return. In 630 CE, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, returned to Makkah peacefully with his companions. He entered Masjid al-Haram humbly, lowered his head in gratitude, and removed all idols from the Kaaba. He declared the truth of Islam and forgave his former enemies. Masjid al-Haram was purified and restored as a place of worship for Allah alone. After the conquest, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught Muslims how to perform tawaf, sa'i, and hajj correctly. He established rules to protect the sanctity of Masjid al-Haram and emphasized equality, peace, and respect within the sacred area. As Islam spread, the number of pilgrims increased. Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, expanded Masjid al-Haram by buying nearby land and removing houses around the Kaaba. This made space for more worshippers while keeping the mosque simple. Caliph Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, further expanded Masjid al-Haram and introduced covered areas to protect worshippers from heat. Stronger materials were used while maintaining simplicity and focus on worship. During the Umayyad and Abbasid periods, Masjid al-Haram saw major architectural development. Columns, marble floors, lamps, and decorated entrances were added. These improvements increased comfort and beauty while preserving holiness. Masjid al-Haram suffered from floods, fires, and earthquakes throughout history. Each time, Muslim rulers rushed to repair and rebuild it, showing deep love and responsibility toward the sacred mosque. The Mamluks and Ottomans strengthened the mosque structure and decorated it with beautiful Islamic calligraphy. They also organized services for pilgrims and ensured regular maintenance for centuries. In the 20th century, Saudi rulers launched the largest expansions in history. Entire new sections were built, and modern engineering allowed the mosque to hold millions of worshippers safely. Today, Masjid al-Haram includes air conditioning, elevators, escalators, sound systems, security monitoring, and advanced crowd management. The Mataf area around the Kaaba has been expanded for safer tawaf. Despite all changes, the Kaaba itself remains simple. It is covered with the black kiswa, replaced every year. The black stone remains in place, and pilgrims continue the same rituals started by Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Today, Masjid al-Haram is the largest mosque in the world and the spiritual center of Islam. Muslims everywhere face the Kaaba in prayer. From Prophet Adam, peace be upon him, to the modern age, Masjid al-Haram stands as a timeless symbol of faith, unity, and devotion to Allah.